Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Drew with No Debt But Love, where we strive to live out Romans 13:8, which is to allow no debt to remain outstanding, but the continuing debt to love one another. Uh, I have some more news and student loan debt. I critique Joe Biden's thoughts and processes when it comes to student loans, and now I will critique the current president, President Donald Trump. And so again, this is not an endorsement of any candidate. If you want to go back and look at my last video, I sliced and diced Joe Biden, and I'm going to slice and dice Donald Trump. Everybody gets equal opportunity to get sliced and diced. All right, so both of the articles that I'm going to look at comes from CNBC. For student loan borrowers, the differences between Trump and the Biden presidency. And so right now, currently, President Trump, he is proposing a monthly payment for student loan borrowers that would be 12.5% of their discretionary income. Undergraduate students would pay for 15 years and graduate students for 30 years. I find that a little troubling to me, because when you have undergraduate students, they tend to have less student loan debt because they were in school for less, right? And usually 70% of undergraduates in the United States, they're graduating with some kind of student loan debt. And for the most part, on average, it's 30%, not 30,000, $30,000 in student loan debt that is owed. And so, as we know, with averages, it can be way less or a lot more. But being in any kind of debt, it's not good, as long as you're able to pay it off comfortably. Now, with that being said, 30 years of repayment for graduate students. Graduate students tend to go for high, it's graduate school, so you get higher level degrees, master's, doctorate, MD, whatever have you, MD, PhD, and you're in school longer because it takes longer to be able to absorb that information. And so if you're on the hook to be on payments for 30 years, I think it should be less. 30 years of repayment, when a lot of people, especially medical doctors, they can come out of school on $500,000. And I've known professionals in the higher educational field who have owed over $500,000 in student loan debt, and they were in their 50s, soon to be in their 60s. And these were very enterprising people. They're very smart. They advanced in their field, but the interest is so much on $500,000. You're pretty much almost broken mentally to even want to attempt to pay it off. So what I would propose for President Donald Trump is to consider reducing the amount of years for graduate students from 30, maybe possibly to 20 years, especially depending on, maybe have some kind of consideration on the type of field the student loan borrower is going into, and also the amount of years they have worked and the amount of debt they have paid. I don't think it should be necessarily a blanketed, oh, well, if you've been paying for 30 years or 20 years, then it's discharge. I think there should also be some kind of equation or algorithm that goes into it that determines that, based on the number of years and how much you paid, and also the degree that you're going for, how much debt and how long it would take for you to get it discharged. Because not every degree is equal. I may have a bachelor's degree, but my business degree would not have the same rigor as someone's degree who studied biology or chemistry or physics. And then my master's degree wouldn't necessarily stand up in communication to someone who has done something in a professional setting, such as a nurse practitioner, physician assistant. My master's degree is just not the same. Even though I've done pretty well, all GPAs are not equal. They're not created equal. So I would like to see some changes and considerations with that. Now, I'm going to go and we're going to look into the second article. President Trump is looking to end the student loan forgiveness program. I have included the links to these articles in the description so you can look into these further for yourself. Basically, the article just goes into how last year President Trump has decreased the U.S. Department of Education's budget, and he's looking to decrease it again for 2021. So that's what he's looking to do, nearly 8%. So last year it was 10%. This year going forward, he's looking at an 8% decrease. That's pretty tough, because if you're looking to decrease the U.S. Department of Education's budget, it's also going to limit just programs that are accessible to student loan borrowers. And $10 billion, that is a lot of money. So when you want to be careful when you just want to focus on percentages, because you throw out 10%, 8%, oh, it's not as deep as last year. It doesn't matter. When you get into $10 billion, that is a lot of money. If my viewers out there don't think $10 billion is a lot of money, go ahead and slide $10 billion in my bank account, and I'll show you all that I'll do with it. But anyway, another thing that's disheartening, what I found in the article, was that he wants to get rid of the public student loan forgiveness program. I think there are a lot of lawyers out there that may have went to some of the best schools, and they decided to represent nonprofits for legal consultation and guidance, or just individuals who have been wrongly accused of a crime that they did not commit. And with a lot of those jobs, you may work for free, or you may work for very little. So I don't think that they should be penalized for their career choice. The public student loan forgiveness program needs to continue to be an option, in my opinion. And without that, you're going to pretty much force people to go into jobs that they may not have a passion for. Okay? You're going to have a lot of people that may work these big dollar corporate jobs, but may not be very good or successful at it. And they're just doing it just to pay off student loans. So those are my thoughts for Mr. Donald Trump. And so if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And until next time, everybody, stay strong, fight on, and have no debt but love. Peace and blessings.